Hey everyone, welcome to day 6 of the 365 days self-love challenge. So today I'm feeling much better, and I also look a little better compared to what I was before. So COVID is certainly winding down, and I hope that it's gonna go away, in the next couple of days. So today's prompt of why I love myself has been inspired by the absence card from the Reclaim Oracle. Okay, so when I think of absence, and oftentimes, when many people think of absence, we tend to focus on what's missing from our life and why that might make us feel empty, like there's a gaping hole in our soul, and how we need to fill in this absence because the image too over here, it feels like you're sort of left of center, right? You've been thrown off course, and therefore you're feeling really empty inside. And so the absence here really talks of for many people, when they talk of absence, is how we need to fill in this absence, fill in this hole, so that we can make ourselves feel more complete. But for me, when I look at the term absence, it reminds me of how sometimes absence can be good for us. Especially in terms of when you are in a situation where you're either with a person or something that is completely zapping your energy and your life forces and your creativity and your happiness, and therefore the absence of that individual or that thing which is making you feel this way is actually a good thing for you, and that absence is to be craved for, that absence is to be created. And so this reminds me of my ability to build boundaries. I'm someone who doesn't really hesitate in building boundaries. I'm someone who doesn't hesitate in saying, no, I don't want your presence in my life. I don't want this thing affecting me, cramping my style, because I know what I want as an individual, and I know what makes me happy, and I also know what makes me unhappy. And a lot of times, saying no, creating those boundaries can be so ridden with guilt and unhappiness, and there is no need for that's one thing that I can say with personal experience, is that once you start making boundaries, creating boundaries for yourself, and maintaining healthy boundaries with people, your relationships will become so much better too. And therefore that's one thing that I really appreciate about myself, is that I've never had a problem creating boundaries for myself, and I hope that I will continue to do the same. And for me, the absence here is in connection with boundaries, specifically because there have been certain people in my life whose absence has actually been really beneficial for me, and I've quite literally pushed them out of my life because I found them to be zapping my energy tremendously. And therefore their absence has actually been good for me, for my mental peace and for my physical health. And I'm glad that I had the courage to stand up and push them out of my personal boundaries, so I could reclaim myself in a more positive, holistic and empowering way. All right, so thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for following along. If you have, please do consider joining in. It's an amazingly empowering feeling when you're doing these videos, and a great way to reclaim social media, which is usually a space that is known to kind of pull down and disempower people because of all the societal prejudices and judgments that kind of keep being pumped into social media. So to carve a niche for yourself where you are spreading joy, especially for yourself, because we are often the most neglected people of our sympathy, empathy, love and adoration, right? We don't direct those things towards ourselves, although we may be more generous towards other people. So be generous to yourself. Join in. Even if you don't want to come on social media, consider doing this as a journaling exercise for the day, and you'll really find your day becoming brighter and happier. All right, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you tomorrow in the next episode of the 365 days self-love challenge. Toodles.